Hello everybody, welcome to Tiffany Lives Tarot. I am Tiffany and this is your weekly reading for the week of May 25th through the 31st of 2020. I am choosing some cards from these decks. We're going to take a look at the messages and see how that information can help us to have the best possible week. So while I'm shuffling, that's what you're thinking about. Take a nice deep breath, get yourself centered. Think about, what do I need to know so I can have the best possible week? And please keep in mind that this message is going out to a lot of people, so I need to keep it generalized to the things that we're all experiencing. And if you would like a private reading, and we can get into your personal situation and specific things you might want to know about or actions you might want to take, then please book a reading with me at tiffanylives.com. Okay, we are almost finished. Yep, here we go. All right, our first position here is the past leading up to today. And we have the Three of Pentacles in reverse, and we have the Knight of Cups. Now, when the Three of Pentacles is in the upright, this indicates the starting of a new foundation. It's a solid foundation. It's maybe the first stages of getting something off the ground or starting a new project, or but it's a solid, stable foundation. And when we see it in reverse, this indicates an instability in our foundation, or an inability to get that thing off the ground or continue with it for the moment. And this really speaks to the current situation that we're all experiencing in these last 3 months or so. And so, the past up to today, yes, we are feeling unstable. Things that we've counted on are getting shaken up on a daily basis, and it's hard to know where that stable ground is anymore. It's hard to know how to plan for the future at this point. It's hard to even plan what you're going to do this summer, right? And let's combine this with the Knight of Cups. And a knight, any knight, is always on a quest. He's in search of something, and he's not going to stop until he finds it. And with the Suit of Cups, this is all about love, connection, relationships of any kind. This knight is in search of the next person, place, or thing to fall in love with. And what I like about this card in this position combined with the Three of Pentacles is it really speaks to the resilience of the human spirit, and that in spite of these changing, unstable, and unsettling times, we can still choose to move forward, letting go of what needs to be let go of, in search of that next thing that we can also put our heart and soul into and try to recreate this foundation, but of course in a new way. So again, this speaks to the resilience of the human spirit in these troubling times. And I really love this combination of cards here. Gives us hope when we don't really know what's going on from day to day. Our next position is the internal and external influences around us. External meaning things outside of us that we can't control, and the internal meaning how these external things cause us to respond, and how we're influenced, how our actions and everything is influenced by our reaction to the external circumstances. We have here the universe, Father Wind, and the Ten of Wind. When we see the universe card, this is the ultimate card of cycles ending and beginning. And it's more than a week. A week has gone by. That's a new cycle. It's more than a season. It's more than all 4 seasons combined. The universe card indicates a very, significant cycle that has reached its conclusion and is in its ending is immediately opening a new cycle, a new portal to step through and start again. And this also speaks very much to externally what's happening for us. Think about the fact that, well, by the time this goes out, I believe all 50 states will be reopened to some degree, and yet it's not the same as it was before. An old cycle is ending, an old way of life is ending, and a new one is emerging, albeit very slowly, but it is emerging. But the changes that we're feeling are coming very, very fast, and it's almost as if the universe has unleashed Father Wind upon us to accelerate the changes that are coming down. Now, Father wind represents the intellect and our mental faculties, the way we think about things, and how the mind can overwhelm us with a lot of chatter. And there's a lot of chaos, like chattering chaos around us right now. It doesn't matter where you land with our current, cultural, social, political situation. It doesn't matter what you think, because it just, with the Father Wind, there's huge changes affecting all of us. Think about what happens when a strong wind blows. Things move, things shift, things get blown right out of your hands, the trees bow down. So there's some powerful shifting occurring. And the thing is, with Father Wind, the wind has no empathy. And it can feel a little relentless, a little ruthless, heartless even, to watch things get taken away, get blown away, things that we've relied on. Remember, there's a significant cycle ending and a new one beginning, and it can't start until whatever needs to be cleared out of the way is fully cleared out of the way. So we're responding a lot internally to all this external change, these endings and beginnings that have been coming hard and fast. And as far as our internal reaction to this, we have a choice. At the 10 of Wind, we get to a point where we've heard enough of the mental chatter around us, all the noise around us. We've done everything we can. We still don't know. We still don't have the answer. We have to surrender. Surrender to your own intuition or your sense of God or goddess or universe, source, whatever it is. We need to surrender to a higher way of thinking about this, and maybe not focusing on who's wearing a mask and who isn't, or the way people are handling themselves out in the world right now because of their reactions to what's happening. Rise above that. Go within, focus on yourself and your values and your ideas of what kind of future you want, and bring it out by starting to live those new ideas. And I'm not talking about making other people uncomfortable because they don't agree with you. Forget about everybody, that whether you agree with them or not. It goes back to, I think, what I said last week. Who do you want to be right now in this time? And as we move out of it, who do you want? What kind of person do you want to transition into? Because now's our opportunity. But, things die unexpectedly. It happens. We know this. And right now, we didn't expect any of this to happen, but it is. It just is. And whether we fight against it or not is going to determine our experience of it. So it might be time to surrender to learning what you can and cannot control. So in our advice is the next position here, and we have the Fates from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. When we get the Fates card, this is like the Wheel of Fortune. Huge things happen that we can't control. The easiest context to put it in is the weather, right? An earthquake, a volcano, those things just happen. We can't control it. Let those be metaphors for our society and the things that happen that we can't control. And a lot of that's happening right now. But we also have this fork in the road card in reverse, which tells us it's not time to give up. Surrendering is not the same as giving up. If you give up your choice to move into a more elevated way of thinking about what's happening around us and who you want to be, then you give up your power and you become a victim to these things. We can't control a lot of what's happening right now, but what we can control is our attitude. What we can control is coming back within, right? Tuning out to what's happening externally and coming back within, because there are things that you can control. There are choices you can still make. We have different parameters right now, and those parameters are going to continue to change, but you are not out of control. And regaining control, again, is not about intimidating other people or being angry with them because they don't agree with you and all these other things. That is not it. It's all about, it's again, taking the focus off the noise of this external world and going within and looking at what you can control, what choices you can make within these new parameters. You'll find release. You'll find some peace there. And to finish this off, we have 2 angel oracle cards. Ask your angels and compromise. Okay, ask your angels. Now, angels just refers to whatever it is you speak to when you go within and you pray or you meditate or you just speak to that voice in your head. This can be, angels can be your God, it can be your goddess, it can be your intuition, it can be the universe, it can be Aunt Martha. Who is it for you? That's all this means. And it's time, this goes so well with this 10 of Wind card. It is time to go within and reconnect to that source inside of you and be prepared to get an answer that you are not expecting. We have to now break out of the boxes of our own minds about what the possible options are to feel better, to have a decent future. We have to start thinking more creatively about what our options are and how we can make these things happen. So if you can go within, reconnect to your sense of your higher self, and then just be open to whatever the answers are that come to you. And they'll come in odd ways, of course. It's not like, you might get like a direct answer right then and there, but usually it shows up in some random way. But again, please stay open to options and paths and actions that you wouldn't normally think of. Because what's happening today is something that we never, ever could have anticipated. And now we have to be creative about carving out our future and our stability. And we have to move forward with a full heart and ready to find something else to fall in love with. All right. Wow. This is a powerful reading. Please let me know what's going on. If you have questions about this, you can leave them in the comments. You can go on my blog, tiffanylives.com, and leave them there. If you would like to know how this affects you more personally, please book a reading with me at tiffanylives.com. If you're watching this on Facebook, please like, share, and subscribe. Also, if you're on YouTube. And all right, let me know how this week turns out for you, and I'll see you again next week. Bye.